last night. I think I saw something.
Hey,
Hello.
Curtis.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. Jeff in Vegas. How are you?
Good. I'm actually in Las Vegas right now.
No, you're not. Really?
I am. Yeah.
What
It's
are you
I saw that.
doing?
We're shooting a new movie here.
No kidding. Horror film, drama,
Yeah,
comedy?
another horror film from the director of Stillborn and Z. I'm actually
Very cool.
Brandon. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Welcome to Vegas.
It's been cool so far. I'm out way out in the suburbs, so but
Oh
I
yeah, I'm in
you'll like it.
I'm Lone Mountain. I'm by Red Rock, if you know where that is.
Okay, yeah. I'm up there in northwest area.
Northwest. We're in the
Yeah.
same area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Crazy.
Well,
Small world.
and it is. Thanks for talking to me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk about Spiral.
Yeah.
A couple moves to a new town. Things aren't the way they seem to be. It's got that Get Out feeling, and I assume that's a compliment, right?
Yeah, I love Get Out. Jordan Peele is killing it right now. So yeah, to be compared to that movie is a huge compliment.
And Kayla has two dads, and I
Yep.
think that's a real unique aspect of Spiral that we have, LGBT represented in a horror
Hmm.
film, which I think that Spiral has some tried and true horror elements that we've seen before. But I think because of this couple and what they're going through with the racism and the prejudice and all that's going on in the movie, it gives it a new, the evil going outside the window and then the evil happening to the couple too.
Yeah, yeah. It's a typical setup with kind of the family moving into the new small town, and there's a threat. So we've seen it before, but it's interesting that it's really hard to find a movie with two gay male leads. It's looking back, it's like it's very rare that you see a movie like this. Yeah.
Yeah, without stereotypes, without anything like that.
Mm.
Just,
Where
you know,
it's not defining them. Yeah.
yeah, being in the mid 90s, the people weren't as accepting as they are today. So they were dealing with that.
Yeah.
And, Jeffrey Bauer Chapman, he carries this entire movie. I have never seen him before. He is a powerhouse. Literally at the beginning of the film, he's like, you turn the burner on, and by the end of the movie, you're at full flame
Yeah.
with that guy. The amount of emotions that he had in this movie. How did you find him? And were you blown away as I was with his performance?
Yeah, he was incredible. He brought a lot of levity to the film. Actually, he grew up when he was a kid. He was adopted by a white family actually, and grew up in a small town not far from where we filmed, and was kind of like the only gay, not only black, but the only gay kid in his school growing up. So he actually there's a lot of adjustments to the script, kind of building on that, and I think a lot of the scenes he was able to really connect to and bring kind of another level to the script. He's a long-term good friend of John Poliquin, who co-wrote the film, and he was actually the one who kind of suggested that Malik should be black, because we were kind of casting, we didn't have an ethnicity kind of set in tone, and then once Jeffrey joined the project, he definitely brought a lot to it.
And his character is, you could say he's a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
He can't work. He's trying to work on a novel, but things are happening next door, really
Mhm.
some sort of cult, or who knows what's going on. That's what I love about this movie. You don't know really if it's supernatural, if it's psychos, who knows what's happening. But he sure likes to break into houses, doesn't he?
I mean, he's gonna figure out what's going on, and whether or not it might get him into a little trouble, but he's not taking no for an answer for sure.
And his character also takes meds. So most of the film, I was trying to figure out, is this in his head? Is he imagining
Mhm.
this? Because, his, his partner keeps saying, look, you've done this before, and he's got a history of this. And I keep thinking,
Yeah.
and he's popping these pills, and I'm thinking, does he have a psychotic mentality that's making him see things that aren't there? Who's right, who's
Mhm.
not? So this has you constantly guessing through the whole film.
Yeah, I really enjoy kind of those character motivated films like Jacob's Ladder, where you're not sure if the outside threat is something that's real, or it is just a manifestation of kind of his trauma and his past, his kind of struggles. So yeah, that is definitely a big part of the film, is what is real and what is in your mind.
I love the use of sound you have in the film. And most horror films, you know, it's advantageous to have use of sound, but you have, including the score, really eerie kind of tonalities that are going on. It's not really music. And the garage door, you know, it's just,
Yep.
Was there a lot of thought put into that to enhance the experience, or is it, you just looked out?
Yeah, no, we had Avery Kentis was the composer, and we had spent a lot of time kind of figuring out what kind of the spiral noises and what is kind of the atmosphere, not even on top of the just on top of the music of kind of these sounds that we wanted to kind of inject into the music. So we spent a lot of time kind of exploring different things, and I think we had Avery kind of built up some kind of like weird device things that would make noises, and he was recording kind of different things. And yeah.
Because he heard noises and he had to react to that. But he wouldn't like storm to the noise. It was just like these low, long, slow walks.
Yep.
And the beginning of the film, you have that the noise happening that wakes him up in the middle of the night. It ends up being a tree bumping the house. You know, I had the exact same story when I was in high school. My family went out to dinner and I stayed home. I was watching Return of the Living Dead, and it was a windy night, and there was something bumping the window of my bathroom. So I was freaking out. Got a kitchen knife and I'm screaming at my bathroom door to come out of there. And when I finally figured out what it was a tree bumping the window. Yeah. So
it's funny how those
identify with that scene very well. So
yeah, little things can go bump in the night can really throw you for a loop. Yeah.
I think what's great about the horror genre that you can really put on display, you know, racism and prejudice, you know, that you can hide it inside that genre, but also teach people at the same time.
Yeah, a big thing. We definitely wanted to make a film that was a ride and an enjoyable kind of experience. But for me, what I love about kind of the horror genre so much is that it really gives you a platform to explore social issues and kind of political problems that we face every day. So it's really cool to be able to kind of do a movie that is an engaging and fun ride, but also this exploration of on another level of what's going on in our society.
Right, because usually science fiction does that. You know, either Star Trek or something. They can hide it, you know, into the future. But it's unique to see a horror film do that, and I thought it was done really well.
Yeah, and it's cool to see that a lot more movies like with Jordan Peele and kind of this new wave of kind of the socio horror where you're exploring kind of current climate issues and kind of on the pulse of what's going on in daily life. I think it's cool to see where the genre is going.
Well, Kurtis, man, I really enjoyed Spiral for so many different reasons, and welcome to Las Vegas, and you know, shoot me a set visit. I'd love to come see what you're doing.
Cool. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, take care.
All right, see ya.